Dr. Lindsey and Wendy here. This is a little video. People often ask what you could do to scars, and you can do a lot of things with it. You can cut them out, you can tattoo them, you can put hair on them. And so this guy, we did him 10 or 12 years ago when we were first starting to do FUEs into scars, and he had had an injury in Iraq. So, and he'd gotten sewn up, and he had a patch on the back of his head that didn't have any hair in it, and it really bothered him. I'm not sure how he saw it, but it really bothered him, and we did 350 FUEs into that, and here he is at the end of the case. And then we never heard from him, and now he's trying to get some more medical coverage because of his war injuries, and so he stopped by to pick up his records, and I took this little picture of his head, and it's not perfect, but he's got a bunch of that fine hair where he didn't have it before, and he's completely happy with it.
Yeah.
So, when you plant hair into virgin scalp, it's like, for most people, it's like planting trees in your front yard. The soil's pretty good, gets plenty of water. When you start planting hair into scar tissue, whether it's from a hair transplant or a war injury or a burn, it's like planting in clay. And so they typically don't grow quite as well. And so we do a couple things to try to make them grow. We maybe add a little fertilizer type stuff to them, and we try to cut the grafts a little fatter so there's a little bit more dirt around the roots, and we space them out a little bit. And I think we've got 25 or 30 people that we've done videos and stuff on where we put hair in their scars, and my son presented it at a couple of doctor meetings. And so it typically works. I think if I had the chance, I would tell him we could probably add a few more, because when you plant trees in clay, you got to leave a little space between them, and if I were to come back now, I'd probably plant 50 more grafts in there.
In between.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's...
But he's happy, so, and again, as you've heard me say many times, perfection is the enemy of good. Customer's happy. Don't go there and muck around. And
if they're happy, if they're happy, when patients see, it's like, oh, why can't you make it tighter? And I think that within the scar tissue, even I push you to do it tighter, and you're like, you need to let some good tissue surrounding so that follicle that you just put in for it to survive.
Yep.
And then, so we usually tell them that we need 2 sessions.
Yeah,
I think it's
for most people, one will do it for most people, but
for a scar, you need 2 sessions.
So you'll need 2,
Yeah.
just to get enough hair in there. Because you got to leave room for the blood vessels and the tissues.
Yeah, it's better to do it that way than put all of them together and waste some follicles.
Right. And it isn't that much difference. It's not that much money, it's to do little cases like this.
Yep.
So if we can help you, give us a call. Thanks.